Drivers, start your engines!
Hello YouTube, this is NASCAR 48W Buff here with the INORL Duracell Cup Series, race number 16 here from Watkins Glen for the Boston Marathon 355. We have 42 drivers looking to get the win here today. This is a very tough and technical road course. First road course of the season here for the Duracell Cup Series. And a lot of drivers like road course ringers. Like look at Austin Ogle, he's going to start at the front. Tony Blazer, Jacob Sisko, William Duncan, many more. Those are like kind of the road course ringers. They know how to get around road courses and they want to win the road courses. And that's kind of where it is. And the last year's car that went to victory lane on the road courses was this car right here, Jake Rogers, but that was at Sonoma. We did not go to Watkins Glen last season, but Jake Rogers now in the 2 car, last year's Aaron Mason. Now let's take you through our starting lineup here manually. We have Tony Blazer on the pole, Austin Ogo. Then we have Jacob Sisko, J.S. Allen, William Duncan, Sean Henley, Caitlin Skipper, Sam Young, Joseph Bryant, Brian James, and Leo Rogers and Jeffrey Buckeye, who fell a lot on that last race. He's going to have to make up some ground. Jeffrey Buckeye, today's his birthday, so maybe he'll come away with a win here and steal it away, starting up front. Then we have Leo Rogers, Sean Galligan, Robbie Noonan, Drew Austin, Dylan Young, last week's winner Seth Cole from Talladega. He's starting about midfield here. Rochester, who's 3 points behind Brian James. Aaron Williams, Trek Togger, Henry Sanford, Jacob Lawler, who is 4th in points. Seth Cole is 5th in points, to be exact also. Zachary Buckeye, Tristan Trivet, Tyson Broad, Jack Richards, Gene Sanford, 4th in points. No, 3rd in points. My mistake. Starting about towards the back notch where she wants to start. Anthony McCurry, the rookie. Austin Ogo. Charles Sanford. Kyle Sanowski, Dylan Poteet. James Silverfox, another rookie. Kyle Stewart. James McLeod. Charles Jackson, who just got the win in the Nationwide Series yesterday. John Wilson. Jake Rogers. George Roque. Richard Johnson and Dylan Young starting last. This is going to be a very tough race. This is going to be a very short race. But all these turns make up for the amount of athleticism it takes to win this race. Now Austin Ogo actually has to pole. My mistake. I got confused. First corner is a right-hander. Then you got to go through the S's, which is a right and a left-hander. Then through the bus stop, which is a right, left, right, around the carousel, which is a right turn, down that long straightaway, gonna make a left, go down a little short chute, then right to right, then you're at the start finish line. So a lot of it's a right-hander, very different from what these drivers are used to here in the Duracell Cup Series. It's gonna be very different for them, and it's gonna be very tough for them. And we usually see a lot of wrecks here, so I'm telling you, this race is probably gonna be like 10 minutes long, and it's gonna be snap of a fingers done. So when you start up front, you have a good chance at winning from up front. And like I said, Austin Ogle's line is on the best line here a little bit. So he has a pretty good shot at getting a win here, but he has to worry about that 98 right behind him. Pace car is about to pull in here from Watkins Glen. We made our one pace lap that was very long around this track. And we are going to go green here from Watkins Glen for the Boston Marathon 355. And we are green. Down in the turn 1, down this long straightaway, it's heavy braking right here. And Austin Ogo all the way to the outside, but here comes Andreas on the inside with Sean Henley there also. Sean Henley looking to turn his season around. William Duncan switched to the inside lane, and now they're going to go up through the S's. Got to be real careful right through this part. Austin Ogo battling back on Sean Henley. William Duncan looking to make it 3 wide, but he's smart enough not to. And maybe he's going to try to draft with the 1 here. Drafting does work a little bit down that straightaway. And caution lights are already out. And Tristan Trivet involved. That's not good for his championship hopes. George Roque and Henry Sanford. Jacob Lawler involved. Tough break for Jacob Lawler. He gets involved. That's hurting his championship hopes. Take it back up front here. Like I said, we already get a wreck. And Andreas Allen running away with it. Now we have a battle right here. Sean Henley might overdrive it. He gets a little bit in the grass. That's going to allow a couple drivers to go by. And you got to be real careful. Some drivers are very much overshooting it. But they all keep it together. And Andreas Allen will lead back to the line here from Watkins Glen. With Austin Ogo second, William Duncan third, Sean Henley fourth, Tony Blazer fifth, Sam Young sixth, Jacob Sisko seventh, Caitlin Skipper eighth, Brian James ninth, and Jeffrey Buckeye 10th. We'll take you to see what happened here from Watkins Glen. Like I said, this is a hard right-hander for turn 1. Trek Togger comes back on track, but Jacob Law was there, and then just a hard hit for a couple drivers, and a lot of drivers getting by, but then here comes George Roque gonna get a piece, and then Dylan White gets a little bit of a piece there. Let's take this from another view. Oh, this might be a pretty good view right here. Just watch this whole pack come by. See, some drivers see that, and when it's 3 wide, Togger came down, and they're all gonna take a pretty hard hit, and that 78 took about the hardest hit right there. Let's take an onboard here with the 78 of Tristan Trivet, who is 13th in points. Not what you want to have happen. Keep an eye on these two right there. Pretty tough hit for Tristan Trivet, but we'll take you back to the green here from Watkins Glen. We are back. Tristan Trivet and George Roque have retired. We have 40 cars left on the track, and like I said, we're about to get lap 4 out of 14. It's going to be a very short race. Andreas Allen is your leader. No one pitted under that caution, so it's basically the same. And Jacob Lawler, that is a tough break for him. You know, he was so excited to get here on the first road course of the season, and then lap 1, turn 1, bam, in the wall, his day's done. Now you got to keep an eye on William Duncan, Austin Ogo, Sean Henley, and Tony Blazer. Blazer going to try to get back up front after being stuck on that line. But look at the run, look at the jump the 98 got on that restart. Good restart for the 98. Hopefully we can make it a couple laps around here. And look at William Duncan all the way to the bottom already. And he's going to fly by the 1, who goes a little bit off track, and Sean Henley's there. They got to be real careful. They're probably going to wreck again. Richard Johnson in the... They're keeping it together partially. No, they did not. Caution flag is not out yet, but William Duncan on that 98's tail. Caution still not out, thank God. Let's see if we can get a green flag run in here. But tough break for that 2 car of Jake Rogers. And Henry Sanford and Jacob Lawler got another piece of that. Richard Johnson also. But with that, William Duncan going to try everything he can. And caution lights are back out this time. What is it for? And Sean Henley! And... Leo Rogers and Drew Austin. It's a race back to the line now. Duncan trying everything he can to maybe get his first win of the season. It's going to be whoa, close back there. Drivers sliding off, trying to keep it together. And Andreas Allen led back to the line with William Duncan second, but we'll take you to see what happened there. And we are back. Looks like Leo Rogers drove it in a little deep. 20 comes up and blocks him. They're going to make some contact. 20 going to try to keep it straight, but Leo Rogers doesn't give him room in. Oh boy, here they go spinning through the sand. And watch this hit that both of them are going to take. Oh no, watch a hit Drew Austin's going to take. Oh God, that was a hit for Drew Austin. Hopefully he is okay. That was just, oh God, that was a hit. You know, at these kind of speeds, that's actually a really bad hit. That's not the kind of part you want to get hit from. Let's watch his full speed here. And there's no safer barrier there. I mean, that will hurt you. You may think that's not enough speed, but no, yeah, that's just styrofoam. I mean, that's like a Denny Hamlin kind of hit there. I mean, different side, but there is no styrofoam there. And oh God, you know, just gotta take a couple more looks at that. That's just not a. It's just not a good kind of hit. Let's take a look from here. Hopefully Drew Austin is okay, and he has put his window net down. So hopefully it's okay. Let's take one more view of that, because that was just a pretty hard hit. He has not talked to medical crews yet, so we're still trying to get word, but we'll take you back to the green. And we are back. Drew Austin and Leo Rogers have retired. Drew Austin has mumbled to the pit crew, but they cannot understand what he said. They have taken him to the infield care center and might airlift him to the hospital. He should be okay. That is what the doctor said. He said very sore. So, just maybe got the wind knocked out of him pretty bad. But your leader is Andreas Allen, William Duncan 2nd, Jacob Sisko 3rd, Austin Ogo 4th, and Sean Henley fell back to 5th. Then how about Sam Young 6th? And look at this man right here, 7th. And look who's right behind him, 8th. Jeffrey Buckeye and Brian James looks like they might have another duel here at Watkins Glen. And William Duncan kept up with the 98. Will he go to the inside here, maybe try to make a move? No, he's not. He's going to stay right on the tail. Give him a little bump. He has to worry about his good friend Jacob Sisko right there. And please tell me we made it through that corner. I think we did. It might be a miracle here. Oh, and Sam Young hard into the wall. That's a tough break for him. And oh, David Rochester barely missed him, but the 11 didn't. And it's going to pile up here. Oh, big pile up here at Watkins Glen. And caution is out, but it's a battle back to the line. William Duncan, Jacob Sisko battling, and they're trying to catch a 98 at the same time. But Sisko right on his corner. Oh, and Caitlin Skipper into the wall. And it's going to come up right in front of Dylan Young. And Andreas Allen will lead back to the line. Caitlin Skipper just lost a lot of positions. And look who got up to 5th. Brian James trying to escalate that points lead over David Rochester. But we will take it to see what happened. Alright, let's see what put Sam Young into the wall here, which caused this. I think he's going to get into the back of the one. Yeah, he slides up into the one. Austin Ogo does a nice job. But oh, he just barely missed that wall. But that's enough to really hurt his car right there, being stuck in the guardrail. Now he has to somehow get out back on track, and he does it. David Rochester going to go to the left. The 11 had nowhere to go. Going to slam into the back of him. There's 11, Robbie Noonan up. Aaron Williams does a nice job, but here comes Jake Baskinger. Bam! And then there's Charles Sanford, Jack Richards. Mostly everybody got by right there. It was mostly a pretty small wreck, but that was good that no one else really piled up there. See how Sosnowski got involved here. He had nowhere to go, couldn't see any smoke. Gonna give a nice little tap into the 11 there. Jake Baskinger stuck on the apron. Hopefully he doesn't wreck again here. Yep, and he keeps it off the ground, but we'll take it back to the green here from Watkins Glen for the final coming laps. We are back. No one else has retired. We're going to restart with 5 to go here at Watkins Glen. We're probably not going to get all the way back to the green. Jerry Sound is your leader. William Duncan 2nd. Jacob Sisko 3rd. Austin Ogo 4th. And Brian James running out the top 5. And we're back to the green here at Watkins Glen for the Boston Marathon. 3:55. And we have a battle for 3rd. Duncan almost looked to the inside right there. But here comes Austin Ogo to the inside. Might get past Duncan, but Duncan shuts the door on him. Now Brian James and Sisko are going to get freight trained right here. Yes, he's going to get freight trained pretty bad, and hopefully the caution lights are not out. I think we may make it through the corner. Duncan not too far behind that 98. Duncan trying everything he can to catch him. No one spun through that corner. We're looking good. Maybe a green flag till the end. But it's going to be hard for Duncan to catch the 98 here. The 98's been strong all day. Really shows you that Duncan's real good at road courses. And Seth Cole last week's winner way off the track there. Same with Rochester. And there was a wreck, and Jason leads back to the line. We have time for one more restart here from Watkins Glen. And we will take it to see what happens. I thought they had it. Looks like Charles Jackson and Caitlin Skipper to get together, and that's a hard hit for Skipper. Kyle Sosnowski was there. He's going to slide. And Charles Jackson going to go back into the inside wall, and Anthony McCurry's there. That's going to end his day. That's basically it. Let's take it on board here with Charles Jackson. We'll take you back to the finish. And we will take you back to the finish here from Watkins Glen. We are back. The 48, 13, 29 have all retired. Jason is still your leader, and we're going to have a 2-lap showdown, but might as well call it a 1-lap showdown because I think they're going to wreck again, and I think this is basically the last lap. So here's Duncan, Austin Ogles, Brian James, and Sean Henley's chance to get the win here. But that 98's been strong on this start. Could Duncan, Austin Ogle, or Brian James pull something here to get this win? Turn 1 is maybe their only chance. Jeffrey Buckeye already out. William Duncan just not making any moves on the leader lately. But he's right on his tail that time. He gets a pretty good corner with the 98. But does he have enough? Duncan right on the 98's tail. Man, that 98's just been strong. Just stronger than Duncan. Just gotta hope the 98 slips up here. The 98 did slip up here. Here comes Duncan. Just Duncan trying everything he can to catch this 98. Caution flag not out yet, but it might come out here soon. Looks like they all kept it together right through there. And we may actually have one more lap to go. Duncan on that 98's tail. And James Allen slipped up there. Here comes William Duncan to the inside. And we're going to go one more lap around. And William Duncan gets to the inside of the 98. And Duncan trying to get the lead, but the 98 fighting back on the outside. And Duncan gets the lead. William Duncan will take the lead here at Watkins Glen. He timed that perfectly. Could he get his first INORL Duracell Cup Series win? This is his shot. So many heartbreaks for him, and he is leading here. Just half a lap to go for Duncan, and a heartbreak for Andreas Allen. Got close to that leading the race, but not going to be enough. Here comes the 1 car. And Jeffrey Buckeye getting into this. But it's too late for anybody. William Duncan is going to come to win this. He gets a great run through that corner. And William Duncan will win the Boston Marathon 3:55. Congratulations to William Duncan. Oh, and it was a battle for 4th right there. Who got it? Brian James won the battle for 4th, edging over Jeffrey Buckeye. And Brian James going to win the duel this time. Congratulations to William Duncan on winning here in the Boston Marathon 3:55, getting his first Duracell Cup Series victory. Great run by Duncan, and he deserved this win. He came so close so many times, but finally pulls it out. And we will take you to your race results. Congratulations to William Duncan. Led only 1 lap in that whole entire race, and it happened to be the last lap. Andreas Allen led all 13 laps out of the 14, but just couldn't pull off that last lap. And Austin Ogle 3rd, Brian James 4th, edging out Jeffrey Buckeye, Tony Blazer 6th, Sean Galligan 7th, Sean Henley 8th, Dylan Young 9th, and Jacob Sisko going to fall all the way back to 10th. But we will show you your race results. But congrats to William Duncan on pulling off the win here from Watkins Glen. And we will take you to your season standings now. And you're going to love the track that comes next. Daytona Beach comes next for the next race here in the Duracell Cup Series. It's going to be under the lights from Daytona for the Dr. Pepper 400. And your season standings here now. And Brian James going to open up that points lead even more on David Rochester. Then Gene Sanford 3rd, Jeffrey Buckeye 4th, Seth Cole 5th. Buckeye got it back up to 4th. Lawler going to fall back to 6th. Dylan Young 7th. And Zachary Buckeye 8th, Drew Austin 9th, and Jerry Allen 10th. And the people holding the final wild card spots are Charles Sanford and Jake Rogers holding the final wild card spots. William Duncan's already locked into the chase, though, so that's why his win doesn't count. Because he's already locked in, so Duncan, he's just free throwing in here. But you never know, if he gets into the top 10 in points, he can give away that card or just not use it. It's up to him. But tough day for Tristan Trivet. I just noticed that. Going to fall back to 18th after being 13th. Sean Henley going to move up to 15th. Rogers going to fall out of the top 10 there. And that is basically it. And we will see you next week at Daytona. Toodaloo!